there we go. What's up, Stu?
Hello, Jim. How are you?
I am fantabulous. I got in a wonderful workout this morning in the dark. Um,
Yeah, it's dark now.
not excited about working out in the dark. I run hot and cold on that, man. I like running with my little headlamp and stuff because I feel like Dora the Explorer, trying to escape from some sort of marauding something or other. I bothered while excavating some. Maybe I'm thinking of Laura Croft rather than Dora the
Dora?
Explorer, Tomb Raider. Dora's a little more tame than Lara Croft.
Yeah.
Um,
I tell you what, the bad thing, if you have a really good headlight and you're running in the woods down a dirt road, it's
yeah.
amazing the amount of eyeballs you see looking at you.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean,
I
they're so
mean,
reflect. I mean, they're little bitty ones sometimes.
yeah.
Every now and then you'll get a wide one. You're like, what is that?
Yeah. What the hell is that? And does it
Probably a
have teeth?
deer.
And is it pissed? Um, I
Right.
I have deer sometime that will run right across the street in front of me. And it's funny because they come crashing through the woods and your whole lizard brain goes, oh my God, it's something coming to eat me. And
Yeah.
then they lose traction on the blacktop.
Yeah.
So then it's like, and then I feel bad for them. I think the
Yeah.
most wildlife I've ever seen while running or walking around here, I saw 13 turkeys, two deer, two
Damn.
squirrels, a rabbit, two dogs, and that was all before I got to the mailbox.
Man, my beagle would have
Um,
gone nuts.
yeah, so there you go. Well, enough about working out. I did try something new today on bench press. I mean, I'll just share this with you. We're catching up. So I
Okay.
had somebody suggest to me to try instead of going like this
Yeah.
to go like this and squeeze
Oh, with
and
dumbbells.
yeah, with
Oh,
dumbbell.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Gotcha.
But that was, I mean, I had to cut my weight in half because it felt so weird. Now, by the third set, it once I kind of got the muscle thing down, I was able to increase the weight. But it's interesting when you try something new for the first time, the more weight
Oh,
you add, the harder it is. It's like you got to be willing to take a step back to kind of figure it out before you go charging ahead, if that makes sense.
oh yeah, absolutely. Anything new is gonna hurt you.
Yeah,
Just, I mean, not injury hurt, but just, new pain, like new soreness.
getting adjusted.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it was cool. It was, something new. And I think trying something new also keeps you interested rather than it's like, I'm just doing the same old thing again, but just trying one little tiny tweak. Sometimes, Stu, one tiny tweak can make all the difference.
All the difference. Breaks up the monotony, that's for sure.
So, what do you want to talk about today, Stu? You mentioned you read my article. At
I
least there's
did.
one.
I
There's
like that.
one.
I like that. I like the puppy references in there. The two types of funnels that people have are two types of breed of dog, which I was like, huh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think originally I was thinking it should really be like the golden retriever and the pit bull. But Nancy didn't think that was a good idea. So, So what about that caught other than the dogs was
The
the
dogs
topic
dogs
of
did it for me, Jim.
okay, I know you're
But
a dog guy.
no, but I understood it, because some funnels are nice and easy, like a golden,
Hmm.
the just the cutest dogs, and just want to get you in here, and you get customers out of it. And then the others are they kind of herd you forcefully, like a herding dog. Which one did you use? Like a
Like a Shetland
shepherd? Yeah, yeah,
shepherd,
whatever. Yeah,
whatever, you know.
herding dog. Yeah.
Yeah. And for those of you who haven't read the article yet, shame on you because it came out like 10 minutes ago. So, I mean, you should like really be paying attention to your inbox, waiting for your Wednesday article. But Stu, permission to zoom in a little bit and talk about this for a sec.
Sure.
Okay, so we're talking about a book funnel versus a coaching funnel. So what is the purpose of both of these funnels is to sell. All right, let's just get that out of the way for you purists out there. But the purpose of a book funnel is to collect up customers and typically to break even on your acquisition cost. Okay, that is this at I'm boiling down chapters and chapters in people's books and webinars and crap. Okay. The purpose of doing a book funnel is to collect up people who are willing to pay something to get a result that is promised in your book. And you set up the book funnel so that you break even and break or better. All
Yeah.
right. I have a almost religious fanaticism against losing money on the front end, which I know the business direct response people, oh, you can afford to go negative. The person who can blah 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 bullshit. I don't like moving money on the losing money on the
No,
front end.
no,
Okay.
I don't either.
I broke the camera by with my emotion, my electricity. um Okay, so the objective is break even or better. And the way you do that is typically you offer your book on the front end, and you could do shipping and handling or whatever. And then there's some type of an order bump. It's like, hey, would you like fries with that? I'm going to draw fries, Stu. Okay. Hey, would you like fries? Those are fries. Okay.
Okay.
Would you like fries with that? And then once they pay up with their money, you make some type of a one time offer, usually for a tool or something that involves speed.
Mm,
Okay. So, what is a coaching funnel? A coaching funnel is basically, hey, you want this result? Cool. I know how to get this result. Pay me money and I'll help you get the result, either with an hour of my time or with a some sort of a fixed term, whether it be a say a challenge or a 4 week program, 8 week program, year-long program. It doesn't matter. I'm
mhm.
going to get you this result faster than you could do it on your own, and you need to just sign up, Chuckles. Okay, that's the end. um, Now, coaching funnel also can involve either pay me the money up front, or you can do an application and then you do some kind of a call and then you pay the money and then the coaching starts. Okay. I know I drew that whole thing behind my back. So look, it just appears. Wow, look at that. Imagine amazing drawing that shows up. Point though is that there's no jerking around with this, and it's straight just, hey, you want the result? If I could, I've seen a lot of ads that work really well. If I could show you how to get this result, would you would you hire me? That's the whole freaking ad. It's a test. I've seen it called a grand slam offer, a hero offer, a whatever. Everybody tries to reinvent the the gist of it is, if I could show you how to get this result, would you want my help?
Hmm.
Or I'm looking for 10 people who want to get this result that I've gotten for myself. The gist of it is result, I'll help you do it, pay me, let's get it done. So why would you want to do either one, Stu? Just you have both of these in your life. Why
Yeah.
would you want to do one versus the other?
Well, I would say the one on the left with the book funnel, I like to do that to sell a lot of books, but I
Yeah.
also like to do it to get new customers who are
Uh-huh.
now on my newsletter list
Uh-huh.
and uh, will see future articles and sales that take them beyond the book.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically what you're saying is you like to use the books and the book funnels to gather up people, love on them, and then they can buy coaching or they can buy other books or other stuff you have. Like
Yes.
like your never quit mindset course.
Yes, exactly.
And you got to admit though, dude, selling a course for a couple $100 instead of selling a book for $20, come on, man. You
Yeah,
get
it is
juiced.
nice. It is
It's
nice.
yeah,
It's nice to see like the equivalent of 10 books go off the shelf with a
or more.
course.
Yeah, you know
Yeah, or
what's
more.
nicer than
Yeah,
selling a $200 course? $1,000 course.
that is true. Yeah.
Okay. So my point though is when that happens too, do you get that little mind pop thing of crap? I remember when I was, working. I always think back to when I was working at Domino's, man, how long it would take me to make 1,000 bucks. I just had
Oh,
somebody drop 1,000 bucks in my account, and that would have taken me 3 weeks at Domino's to make 1,000 bucks.
I think that, and I also think, damn, I wish I'd have done this 5 years ago.
I know.
Leaving all that money on the table.
Especially when you try something new and it works,
Yeah.
and then you're like, crap.
Man, I could have done this 5 years. This nothing like
Right.
revolutionary we're doing. I mean, it's the AI stuff is revolutionary, but as far as the actual systems of marketing and selling are the same.
Yeah.
And you always say, "Damn it, should have done this 5 years ago."
Well, yeah,
I
but
mean, as
better
simple
to
as
do.
whenever you go, you need new covers
Right.
on my books, and I
Right.
don't even have books; they're ebooks.
Right.
So why do I need a fancy cover for an ebook? Well, you do,
Right.
and it changes everything.
It changes the
Yeah,
perceived value.
yeah.
Speaking of covers, I know we were gonna demo some stuff, but have you played around with Google's AI Studio at all?
Yes, they're Gemini.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I
Have
have
you
played
messed
around.
ar- have you
I
messed
got the
around with the nano banana thing
I
with
saw that
images and stuff?
across my desk yesterday, but I didn't get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to show you something that I did that you say, holy Nikes, why didn't I do this before?
Okay.
Now, the kicker is that it wasn't possible before, but now it is possible. But
Right.
I want to show you something cool that I did for and Dave said the coaching funnel sure is easier, but the book funnel builds the list. Yeah, I mean, a book funnel is how you can get a whole bunch of paying customers in that aren't just tire kickers that will actually pay money. That's what you're trying to do. Um, and ultimately, it's kind of a trick article. The whole thing is you do the book funnel to collect up customers so you can make the coaching funnel offer.
Right.
Okay, that's the gist of it. But I want to show you something that I did yesterday that got me pretty excited, and then I'll show you how I did it, and then I'll show you something's kind of cool. So make sure. Okay, here we go. So we're in the middle of the Write Your Book Challenge. We're actually not in the middle. We're coming into the home stretch. And but dude, check this out. What do you think of my poster?
Damn.
Yeah. Get
That
it.
is so
Okay.
cool.
Get it done. You can do it. See the little genie got his little, and finish the book writing challenge. Now, how
Nice.
freaking cool is that?
That's really cool. What's everybody wearing overalls for?
Because I had him do it
Just
like
kidding.
a no. But what I told it was make me like a World War II
Oh.
propaganda poster.
Ah,
Everybody's excited, that kind of a
gotcha.
thing.
Oh, that's so cool. I like that.
Um, but dude, how cool is that? To I've got the screen, right?
Yeah.
But I never thought about putting like a motivational poster for on the screen while doing a challenge or doing something like that. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And this would have cost me hundreds of dollars to have it designed 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I would have had to have it printed
Yeah.
or whatever. I didn't have a way to display it. And so
Right.
you just thinking about that kind of stuff. And I do actually have a poster printer over here. But I thought, and I had something else happen this morning. You talk about, well, people get wedded to just one AI or something like that. So I wanted to have an image made. Nothing wrong with the image, nothing weird. So I went to ChatGPT to ask it to make the image, and it wouldn't make it. It was telling me it violated terms of service. I'm not going to tell you why, because it didn't make any sense. It just didn't make any sense why it wouldn't make the image. So I said, okay, let me see if Google AI Studio will do it. And it did it. Didn't say anything, didn't do anything. So I went back to ChatGPT and I said, here's the image that Google, was trying to start like an East Coast, West Coast rap battle type thing of like, well, look what Gemini did.
Right.
Why can't you do this? And
Oh,
I
that's
tried
so
to get them to
funny.
fight, but they wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Battle of
But
the bots.
yeah,
It's
and
coming.
Brad just asked, did the AI do all the AI did all of the text and everything on the first try. So my money as far as the image stuff is on the Gemini right now, not on ChatGPT.
Nice.
And so I think, and this is what I think is so cool about it. OpenAI won't really let you. OpenAI won't let you use your own um, images really, and have them do it in a way that's true to the original, if that makes sense.
Yep.
But like it took my little genie, the Gemini did. So I'm just saying, make sure that you learn about more than just one tool is the point. So I thought it'd be fun just to demo this the Gemini thing and you and I play around with it.
You know what would be another fun thing to do if we have time?
What's that?
Is your article that you wrote today,
Uh-huh.
make it a presentation.
Mm.
That was a fun little
Absolutely we
drill
should do
last
that.
week. I've been doing that a couple of times already, and it's fun.
I have a better way of doing it too
Oh, okay.
that I kind of figured out. So we'll play around. Anyway, I want to show you this this AI studio thing, and then we're gonna play a game. So I'm gonna get come on. I'm gonna try a couple things. So what I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm finding the images of my little guy. And that's one of the things with ChatGPT or when you're trying to make images in the past, trying to make a series of images that are consistent has been really hard. So if you were trying to create like a graphic novel or do something where you could keep the image consistent throughout, like characters with ChatGPT, Dolly, all that stuff, it didn't work very well. So what I want to do is we're gonna upload this little dude. Oh, hang on. I thought I dragged and dropped this yesterday. There we go. And I'm gonna grab another image real quick. And this is my new book. And this is what I'm gonna tell it to do. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Create a poster showing the character holding a mock up of my new book And the headline of the poster is "Let the Genie Help You Become a Bestseller."
Mm.
Okay, so let's see what it does. And I kind of got inspired on this one from one of our students. Messed up the all right, hang on. Let's make some. Have the genie holding the book so you can still see his face, and make sure that he doesn't have an extra set of arms. But one of our students in the Write Your Book Challenge went to AI, took his picture, took the mock up of his book, and had AI make a picture of him holding his book that hasn't been turned into print yet. Um, yeah, I guess he's not going to do it. Uh, let's try one more time. Actually, let's use a different picture of the genie then.
There you go.
Use this genie instead to make the poster so that we'll be able to see his face, and make it look like he's holding the book in his left hand and supporting it on the right. I mean, this is one of those things where you could run down a hole forever. I will tell you also, dude, the speed with which this thing makes pictures as opposed to the chat GPT thing.
Oh,
Okay. Now I think we got something there.
that's impressive. It's not, it changed the picture, so it's grabbing it.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm digging this. So this is going to be today's image on the board.
I love it.
Um, Now I noticed that it makes this little thing on here that is like a watermark that you
Gemini
made it with
watermark.
Gemini,
Yeah,
but I don't care.
I think it's great.
Um, that's pretty slick. So now I'm going to do this. StuSmithFitness.com. You got a picture of you on here anywhere that like like a picture of Stu? Meet Stu Smith.
There's a couple.
Yeah, do you know where?
Um,
No.
no, not really. Go up to the top. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Probably in the article section. You'll see a whole bunch of them in the article section because I'll use pictures.
That
Yep.
ain't gonna work.
Me carrying a dude.
Yeah, but
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
well, hang on, sport.
Okay. Let me
Here's
just
a picture of
email
my
you again.
buddy Stu Smith. I want you to take him and have it look like he's carrying my book.
Oh, fun.
Don't use the genie in this. All right, let's see what it does. So anyway, we're just playing around. I really enjoy using this as opposed to the Dolly slash Chat GPT. Oh, dude!
It did it. Oh my goodness.
Holy crap, dude!
Wow.
This is Stu Smith running home from the bookstore to read my new book to learn how he can.
It changed my shirt and everything.
Holy crap, dude! Look at the guns.
Yeah, nice guns.
Um, dude. So anyway, in my mind, Gemini hands down is just hands down is better than what Dolly and ChatGPT are doing. Um, anyway, we could run down a whole bunch of rabbit holes and stuff on this. Um, okay, cool. So you had mentioned let's take that article and turn it into an entire presentation. So there's a couple ways we could do that. I'm going to grab the article and I'm just going to copy and paste the article out of my thing. And we're going to come over to members.copyandcontent and we're going to go under presentations. We can go to the presentation constructor Super Genie and we can just drop this in there. So this is literally the article that we just did. And why don't I tell it that will be Jim Edwards is the presenter, and I will be doing the presentation on October 2nd, Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So now I'm just going to click the, dude, I did it again. I didn't tell it how many slides we want. So, but it's basically taking that article. Well, that's no fun. I got the programmer in there doing something right now. That might have caused the issue. Or might be because I have that weird character in there. Let's take that out. All right. Oh, I guess it would help if I showed my screen.
Mhm.
So what I did was I just copied and pasted today's article right out of my uh, email, and I pasted it into the presentation constructor Genie easy button. There was a little emoji icon here, a finger pointer that I got rid of.
Mhm.
Um, but it's going through.
How many slides it make?
Well, I told it to do 5, so I
Okay.
just hit add another. But if I hit build, let's do BuzzFeed, language style, concise. We'll do medium. So now let's look at our presentation because it created an entire presentation for us from that article. All right, book versus coaching funnel, which one actually works? So if I was going to understand book funnels, coach funnels, how to effectively use them, Jim Edwards, understand and distinguish between funnel types, leveraging authority, optimizing speed, and implementing.
Mm,
Huh.
nice.
Yeah. I mean, I could have a presentation ready to go with that in probably 20 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
I would just go through, do whatever, do what I needed to do to it. But then where and now with AI and stuff coming up with presentations, I mean everything's getting easier, but in the end, it only matters if you can get bodies to show up to watch. So let's see real quick what we could do as far as some landing page copy. And then of course it'll write the promo emails and all that stuff. But let's look at this. Ooh, unlock the secret to explosive sales. Are you team book or team coaching?
Mm.
Discover which funnel actually works. Different nuances between book funnels, coaching funnels, key differences, authority boosting secrets, speed up conversions, lead magnet magic, hybrid funnel mastery. And the key here that this really is what you do is you set up a book funnel and then have the OTO for a coaching session. That's the magic bullet for the whole thing. Um, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the only other thing I was going to say is that makes this kind of cool is if we go over to Genie Chat, and there's 100 ways to skin a cat now.
Hmm.
Poor cat, poor kitties. But if I go to Genie Chat and turn on voice controls, take the following article that I wrote, reduce it down to 5 main points, and then 3 sub talking points for each main point. I'm going to use this outline to create a presentation. So turn that off, paste in the article, send it in. Do 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 do. What's that the theme song from, Stu? Do you remember?
Hmm.
I Dream a Genie.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's appropriate.
All right. All right. So now I just copy this. I'm going to come over here to the presentation constructor. I like what we did here, so I'm actually going to save this presentation based on the article around the 2 dog funnels. So I'm going to click new project and I'm going to drop in all my talking points. And now I knew I had 5. So I just hit that 4 times. So I got 5 main things. Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm going to hit the easy button. And this kind of gives you a little bit more control. And it's just a different way of taking that seed material and doing something with it. Now, it doesn't have the date, it doesn't have my name and all that good stuff. Okay. But this is a way for you to extrapolate differently.
Hmm.
Um, and then I can load my profile, I can load my avatar to these are my profiles for the latest
Nice.
book that I've been working on. So now if I click build, I can do the same kind of thing, but now it's not exactly the same presentation.
Right.
So again, it's just a way to be able to use the tools, slice, dice, do whatever. Um, the ultimate guide to choosing between book and coaching funnels.
Hmm.
Okay. So, but now because I loaded my avatar, I loaded my user profile, everything's spot on because I took the time to
Nice. Look at
do
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Build trust and authority, book funnels, engage clients quickly with coaching
Mm.
funnels, target the right audience, leverage effective copy for high conversion rates. So to me, this is a little bit more on point, but
Yes.
I did it a little bit differently. And I loaded my actual user profile and avatar, and that's why it's so important to have that avatar done, to have that user profile done, because now you see how. I mean, dude, how long did that take to put together what looks like a really good presentation? And
Yeah.
I could. It's just better because I invested a little bit of time up front, and I had that avatar, I had that user profile to be able to just load them real quick.
Smart.
Um, So yeah, that's good stuff right there. So what I'm seeing, especially with everything that we're doing, is that we need to just kind of see our ideas as the most important thing that we have, and then be open to all the different ways that we could spin and use the ideas to benefit people. And that's just, it's hard to, kind of hard for me to put into words, but the most important thing that we have, it goes back to the soul content. It's your stories, your observations, unique perspective, lessons learned. That should be the starting point. And then you can assemble all the data to go with it, the soul, instead of trying to lead with the data, which is what everybody's doing.
I like that.
And it's more important. It's like I was thinking about this as I was running this morning. You know, I think about you and your business. I think about my business. I just, you know, I try and I use different people that I know to like put them through these frameworks and thought processes and stuff. And you know, it's back to, you wrote that book, the emergency PT test emergency survival guide or whatever. That was the
Right.
first thing you ever wrote with one of my stuff. That's the
Yes.
one we turned into a bestseller, and you're like, damn, it's gonna be a bestseller.
Hmm.
Maybe, you know, I don't think you believed that it
I,
was gonna work.
and I am always now a best-selling fitness author. Every
Exactly.
book has that little starburst.
Um, but I was thinking, you know, any chucklehead can teach somebody how to do push-ups, but you telling the story of failing your first PT test at the Naval Academy, and then you've gone on to become the dude that you've become.
Hmm.
If anybody can teach somebody how to do push-ups or pass a PT test or excel, it's you. Now, this is something else of, and also when you come from the position of your soul content, it makes it easy for you to synthesize with stuff that's going on. So let's talk about something. We're not talking about politics. I don't give a shit about anybody's politics or what you think. I don't care. That's it's beyond not care. I just don't care what your politics are, okay?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So one of the things that's happening though, and they're getting a lot of press in the military now in the US, it's all about physical standards, lethality, and no longer will there be in combat roles a distinction between men and women standards. There will only be the standard. And the standard is being what? Is it being raised or lowered, Stu?
It is being raised comparably to what it is.
Okay.
Yes. Which I've been saying for 20 years. There needs to be different fitness tests for different jobs. And if you have a combat job that is very physically oriented and demanding, you need a higher fitness test. Someone who is behind a computer and flying drones, not so much.
So look, Stu, you have some real opinions on this.
I do. Yeah.
You have some stories about the, I mean, I've heard you tell stories, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like the kid who's been training, he's like, oh, I passed the PT test. Let me go talk to the recruiter.
Hmm.
Or you were made for this moment, Stu.
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm being
I'm aware.
100%
Yeah.
serious, dude. And the stories and the opinions and your unique perspective and the lessons that you've learned and the lessons that you've seen other people learn, dude, right now, you were made for this moment, because one of the first things I've ever heard you say was, don't ask me what the minimum score is,
I don't
because
know it.
the only minimum score is the max. That
Yeah.
is the only score you care about, is 100%.
Exceeding the standard is the standard.
Right. And so all of every dude, you were made for soul content right now with
Oh, I
what's
know.
going
I'm
on.
on it, Jim. I got reporters calling me on this one. So I'm
That's awesome.
I'm going to be busy. Yeah.
Cool. That's good. And I might suggest, Stu, that you go use the press release genie
Mm.
and maybe even come up with a couple of press releases and send them out proactively to the bigger networks. What's the worst thing that would happen? They'll ignore you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's now, I mean, it's kind of like a friend of mine who was a female Black Hawk helicopter pilot. When they had that crash over the Potomac, she got like
Yeah.
40 different interviews because she was a female
Yeah.
Black Hawk helicopter pilot who had a very unique perspective.
Yeah.
So that was another thing when I was running down the road this morning thinking about you and your business. I was like, holy crap, this is like the perfect time for Stu in
Yeah.
everything.
Yep. I'm on it,
Um,
Jim. On it. Hey, you
you
know
know,
what I got to thinking about,
what's that?
Jim? About you, I compared yours as well. Um,
Stop lecturing Stu. That's what he was thinking.
yeah. Well, no, no, no. You're good. Great advice as always. Um, when I look at that genie page and
Uh huh.
I see first of all, I see the genie, right? Revolutionary. Okay. I see the easy button. Revolutionary on revolutionary. So that'd be very similar to like Wilbur and Orville's first flight, and 20 years later, there's jet planes,
Or
right?
jet packs. I want a
Jet
jet
packs,
pack.
so and we're landing on the moon 50 years later, right? So revolutionary on top of revolutionary. And then when I see those avatars and the um your what are the little colored badges there? What are those? What do you call them? Like
The
the
user profile,
user
the
profile,
avatar profile,
avatar
and the offer
profile,
profile.
offer
Yeah.
profile. Yeah, I call those badges because they're like badges of honor that you have to work for to get them up on your page. I mean, there's a little bit of work that you have to do on that. And when you put it all together, it is like space age level revolutionary. So I just wanted, I mean, that's all I really want to say was compliment you on your revolutionary process in the last 2 years of doing all this.
Well, thank you. I think
So,
it's been more than 2 years. I was wearing a shirt yesterday that said CopyandContent.AI established 2022. So
well, okay, 3 years.
dude, in a few months it's going to be 4 years.
Yeah.
It's going fast. But you know what? I think I was thinking about this morning too. Okay. Um, it comes down to everybody else is out there selling AI tools and it's a commodity. But we got tools, but we also have training, but we also have results. And all of it is based on our experience. Okay. And if I was going to maybe change this around a little bit, because I know we do these Venn diagrams on the fly,
Mm.
but maybe a better way is we're all about helping people get results with tools, with training based on our experience. And that's why CopyandContent.AI is doing really well, relatively speaking, to the 95, 96% of AI application companies that are just falling like birds during
Right.
dove hunting season. I
Right.
mean,
And
it's
plus, I'm looking at them, looking at like, hey, what do I invest in the AI world? And none of them have PE ratios yet because they aren't earning any money.
right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. And Mrs. Edwards, she's all about that money. She she keeps an eye on that money.
yeah. Mm.
So anyway, it's fun. We're having a good time. I appreciate all your comments in there, Brad, Vicky. It's good to see y'all and Dave. But
Hmm.
anyway, that's all I got. It was just some fun stuff. I appreciate you endorsing my book though and running with it. That was
Yeah,
awesome. I'll
that was
be
really cool.
using
I
that.
appreciate the guns.
Um, you sent me another picture of you real quick that I think it'd be fun. So let's try. I'm gonna have it read. Y'all can stick around if you want. Stu and I are just gonna visit for a minute. Um, here we go. Redo with this picture of my buddy Stu holding my book in his hands and replace the words on his shirt with the words I click the easy button. Are you seeing my screen?
No.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I get to going. All right, so that's what I just put in there. I had downloaded this picture of you, and this might be the one that I put up on my blog.
Oh,
Cows and cardio. You know, my sticky fingered little grandson stole that
look at that.
picture from
Really?
me. Dude, come on. Oh my God. That is insane.
I don't know. How is this machine doing this? This is amazing.
Dude, you didn't even open your eyes for that.
No, I'm in my Zen state.
There you go. Stu the Zen master. Dude, that's freaking me out a little bit. That's awesome.
That looks
All
really neat.
right. That's really cool. All right. Well, that's all I got. If you're not a member of CopyandContent.AI already, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we'll still take you if you're just
Come join
really
us.
that. Yeah, I mean, come on now. If the free stuff's this good, imagine what we're doing with the paid stuff. We have fun. We get cool stuff done. Stu's all about the easy button, obviously, with his
Mm,
shirt. And
revolutionary.
there you go. Talk about some deep fakes. So, and if you want to get in shape, if you want to
Stu Smith
match the
Fitness.
new combat fitness test standards, go to StuSmithFitness.com. Let me ask you a quick question on that, just because I haven't had a chance to talk to you. Are they were those combat fitness standards always in place? They just weren't enforcing them?
They don't have to change anything. They just need to enforce them.
Oh, it's kind of
Yeah.
like the laws. We don't
Yeah.
need new
Is it
laws. We
like,
just need
yeah.
to enforce the ones we've got
Yeah.
and get rid of the ones that contradict each other.
Yep.
Huh, interesting. I did not know that. I thought from what I was listening that they were raising new standards. But
Yeah.
okay, cool. Sweet. All right. Well, anything I can do to help you, Stu, let me know. And everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Again, we'd love to have you in CopyandContent.AI just because it's amazing. It's more fun in here than it is out there. So we'll see
That is
y'all on the
true.
inside. Have a great day. Bye bye, everybody.